A man was walking home with his wife and kids. It was almost Halloween, and they were looking for the perfect pumpkin. They had been walking for a while when they saw an old man sitting on a porch. He had a long white beard and was wearing a black hat. The kids knocked on the door and said, "Trick or treat." The old man looked at them and said, "I don't have any candy, but if you want, you can have this pumpkin." The old man picked up a huge pumpkin and handed it to the little girl. It was the biggest pumpkin the girl had ever seen. The family thanked the old man and continued on their way. When they got home, the dad carved the pumpkin and the mom put a candle inside. It glowed an eerie orange light. The family was just about to go to bed when they heard a knock at the door. They all jumped and screamed. When they opened the door, there was no one there. Then they heard a voice. It said, "Take me out tonight, and I will give you whatever you want." The family looked at each other. Was the pumpkin cursed? The next morning, the dad went to get the newspaper. As he was walking, he saw a headline that said, "Local man wins $1 million." He thought, wow, maybe the pumpkin wasn't cursed. Later that day, the mom was cooking dinner when she heard a crash. She turned around and saw that the pumpkin had burst into flames. She screamed, "Get the fire extinguisher!" Just then, the fire alarm went off, and everyone in the house got out safely. That night, the family decided to take the pumpkin out into the backyard. As soon as they did, a tornado touched down and destroyed their garden. The next morning, they found a note where the pumpkin had been sitting. It said, "I'm sorry, but I must go now." The dad picked up the pumpkin and walked to the old man's house. He knocked on the door and yelled, "Hey, old man, why did you curse our house?" The old man opened the door and said, "I didn't curse your house. In fact, I tried to help you." The dad asked, "What do you mean?" The old man said, "Every time I give someone a pumpkin, I tell them they have 3 wishes. All they have to do is take the pumpkin out at night and say, 'I'm cursed.' But your family didn't do that. You took the pumpkin out 3 times, but you never said the magic words." The dad felt embarrassed. He went back home and told his family what the old man had said. That night, they took the pumpkin out again. They stood in the backyard with the pumpkin, and when they were ready, the dad shouted, "I'm cursed." Suddenly, the ground started shaking. A huge monster with green fur came out of the pumpkin. He roared and stomped his feet. The dad screamed, "Run!" The family ran inside and locked the door. The monster started banging on the door, but they didn't answer. After a while, the monster stopped banging and they heard him say, "I'll see you later."